Yeah, Buffy's on a nice little roll. He was, before he injured his leg, you could see it coming, and then, after 2 weeks, he came up. I mean, he's been smoking since, both sides of the ball, playing great defense and really swinging the bat. And you mentioned Josh. I mean, he's been doing it all year. Same kind of year he had last year, and that ended up as an MVP. So, but good ball game. I mean, they were tough. Verlander was tough on us. When he got some jams, he turned it up like he always has in the past. That's what makes him so tough. But we hung around, we hung tough, and had some great at-bats late in the game, and, ended up getting the big win there.
I know each guy has his own individual at-bat, but when a team is collectively having so many at-bats with runners in scoring position, can't get the hit, can some frustration from other guys' at-bats kind of build into what certain players are taking to the plate and maybe make it harder to deliver a hit?
Well, I mean, we haven't been frustrated in a while. Maybe earlier in the season we were a little more frustrated, but we're feeling pretty good right now. Guys are confident. They're all swinging it. I mean, there's games too. I mean, the pitcher, they rise to the occasion too. Pull out a big pitch here or there, get an atom ball, those kind of things. I mean, it's when teams don't hit a lot with runners in scoring position, it's not always the hitters are struggling. I mean, sometimes, we can do the same thing to other teams when we pitch pretty good. That's just the nature of the beast. But we're feeling pretty good. We keep grinding out. Even early in the season when we were struggling more. I mean, we make the pitchers work. We make the starters work. We just couldn't come up with that big hit to knock them out, that kind of thing. For the most part, the last few weeks, that's what we've been doing, though. We've been getting that big hit or two.
John, are you surprised at all how long they stayed with the lefty there in the 8th inning? It's not too often that a lefty faces the meteor lineup.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't get involved with what other teams do. I'm in the same. I sit in the same seat, and I know how tough it is. And but the left-handed Wilson, he's been dominating against right-handers, so I totally understand that. It doesn't surprise me a bit. He's real tough on right-handers. But I got enough of my own problems and to get too caught up in nerves,
What did you in particular like about the way Hutchison pitched tonight?
Shoot, I thought Hutch was really good. We saw it in spring training, even his start he made here earlier in the year. He's back to hitting his spots pretty good. He's not overthrowing. He elevates when he needed. I don't know how many strikeouts tonight he had, but he got some big strikeouts. He gave up a couple long balls, but he held it in check. And he was going to go back out in that 7th inning. I mean, he was getting near the end, but it was such a long inning. Experiences taught me when they sit there too long, when they're near that point anyway, that's probably not a smart move. But no, I thought he threw a hell of a game. He really did, against a good lineup.
On the squeeze attempt there by Carrera, what was the thinking on going with that route at that point?
Well, it wasn't a squeeze. He's bunting on his own. I don't really like that with second and third and the infield back, and that's a go-ahead run at second base. If anything, because unless you get a knock there, it's played one run. That's tying the game where you got a chance to, they're giving you that ground ball to tie it, and maybe you sneak one through. You get the go-ahead run in, but I don't think I've ever squeezed. So rethink that, will you? Arash, you got anything? Tennis, anyone?
Thank you, Gibby.